Gents, how we doing, everyone? Hello. Esteval in the house, Daniel Knight in the house, JC in the house, and whoever else in chat in the house. Big up to you guys. Welcome. Yeah. So today, I don't know what today's gonna. I don't know what to do today. I'm gonna be honest.
Huh?
Today's a weird day.
Huh?
To be fair, it's actually been a crazy international break for Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie. Just within the last 48 hours, 72 hours, whatever math hours, a lot of people have been talking, including Enzo Fernandez and Marco Corella. And people are going mad about it. And obviously today we just got a bombshell of shit. We're not really a bombshell. Let me not over exaggerate, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I will say this, ladies and gents, this is a call-in show, meaning you, the viewer, can come in, call in, have your say, discuss, share opinions, debate. Really, just interchange ideas, because let me tell you this, guys, I read the comments, okay? Lately, I've had more time to respond, but most times I don't respond because sometimes you guys just treat my comment sections like it's Twitter, and it's just negativity, and it's just lambasting all this, and it's just too much. So I'm just like, you know what? Do your thing. I don't care. You know what? Like, if it's not worth me interacting, I'm not going to interact. But some of you just, I don't know. Like, you say I'm not fair about things, and then when I ask you what am I not fair about, I don't get a response. So it's like, you know, I try to be as in the middle, down the road as I can. Like, I call the good and the bad. Lately, it's been a lot of bad. But I try to call out good, and I try to point out things that other people aren't trying to point out. I try to think outside the box, you know? I don't, want to lean one way or lean another way or have an agenda and all this. At the end of the day, all I want is for Chelsea to be competing on all ends. I don't care if we do it with or without a sponsor. I don't care if we do it with or without a stadium. What I care about is that first team, and what we do going forward. Like, you could continue this project of chopping and selling and ruining careers and all that shit for all I care, as long as the first team is actually performing and we're winning shit. When we're not winning shit, that's when I start to give a shit. And I start to lean the other way. So it's just like, I just tell it like it is, people. But if there's something you don't agree with, this is the perfect show to come on and fucking say what you don't agree with, and we could talk about it. I'm not closed-minded either. But yeah, crazy. So yeah, leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on anything that's going to be discussed today. It is a call-in show. I'm going to get it going, guys. I'm gonna get the vocal juices warmed up. Pause. Pause. And then we'll go ahead 15-20 minutes in, start to let you guys into the call-in show, and let's talk Chelsea. I know it's been international break, but Chelsea seemed to have been very, very busy during international break. Before we keep going, ladies and gents, whether you're watching on mobile, whether you're watching on a regular desktop or wherever, smash that like button. Please, helps us out tremendously. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We've been growing handsomely even during international break, and I want to keep it going. Let's bring new faces into this space. Let's bring some people here with different opinions, and let's bring chitter chatter back. None of this yelling into an empty void Twitter space bullshit, please. So yeah, come on in, subscribe, and let's look at the memberships as well for 4 different tiers starting at 99p. And the link to join is the StreamYard link that you will see pinned at the top or bottom of your chat. So yeah, that's all. Let's just get into it. I'm not going to talk about the Chelsea finances. I'll save that for the Casually Chelsea show. We'll talk about it then. Also, a few things that haven't been being mentioned with all this debt and all that stuff. So that's a whole different discussion we're going to have on a separate time. Today, I think we talk about... Originally, my plan was just to talk about Chelsea in general and try to figure out a solution for the future and what we can do to salvage the project, right? Because as much as I want to sit here and mope and groan and say that the model is fucked up and all this shit, like in an ideal world where one of us, right, were to take over the director's seat and take over the direction the club goes into, it's not an impossible task. There's still ways that you can salvage the team and still make it so you can compete next season, even with this manager to an extent. That time will tell with that one. But with everything that's been coming out, honestly, I kind of want to talk more about Enzo Fernandez and Cucurella and how that's going to affect our future. So I feel like that's the direction I should go in today. But we could always do both. I mean, this is a call-in show after all. You guys can come in and talk whatever the fuck you want to talk about. At least, as you know, as long as it's somewhat related to Chelsea. But yeah, so Enzo's pretty much twerking for Real Madrid. It's safe to say that. We'll start with that. How about that? Let's just pull up some Enzo here.
Oh, he's British, huh?
Aspie, a proper legend right there. Enzo, yeah, Enzo has been busy during international break. I don't have tweets ready. Like, I really wasn't ready to do this show about Enzo and Marco Cucurella, but I think it, as a coincidence, it happens to be that they've been speaking a lot lately, and new quotes just dropped today even. Actually, I'll probably even pop up the new quotes today. But yeah, so ever since international break, Enzo has come out, and after the PSG game, he came out about how, you know, he wasn't sure about his future, that, you know, time will tell with the team, which that fair enough. I mean, you didn't have to say that, but the fact that you said that now stirs the pot for journalists to, you know, get a story going. And lo and behold, links to PSG started to come out again. Real Madrid, as always. Even River Plate links have been coming out lately, which, wow, okay. And I listened to a few of the videos. Obviously, he's talking in Spanish. I mean, he's just hanging out, but he's making it very obvious, and it's intentional now. He's making it very obvious that he doesn't want to be at Chelsea. Not that he wants to renegotiate a contract, that he just doesn't want to be at Chelsea anymore. And some people upset, some people happy, some people shit, sometimes maybe good. Kind of like Enzo. So yeah, he's been saying a lot of stuff. And let me see if I can pull up some tweets just to show you guys. This is the same exact tweet I had here. Just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. There's been a lot today. and we'll really get into the details on Enzo and my thoughts on this. So let's look at this first tweet here. I'm not gonna pull up the Cucurella ones. There's a few. Actually, there's probably like 2 I can just pull up. Sums it up. Okay. Oh, this is the same one. Okay, cool. Let me do this then. Sweet. All right, let's get this on the screen. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is what Enzo had to say today, or what was coming out today. According to Alex Crook, right? Talk Sport. Enzo feels that his personal ambitions cannot be matched with Chelsea's current project. And as things stand currently, not wrong. I mean, you're absolutely right. We are not trying to be ambitious. At least it doesn't feel that way. Excuse me. And also bear with me, guys. I have a cough, so I'm like, I got this cough drop in my mouth. I'm trying my best to like not destroy your ears to the microphone. So like, yeah, I mean, you're talking about someone who won the World Cup, okay? Let's just be real about it. You won the World Cup. You were at the pinnacle of the world at some point. I'm not talking about performance or player quality wise. I'm just talking about achievements and that feeling. You know that feeling? That good feeling that everyone talks about?
I feel this feeling when you score.
Yeah.
No? It's like good feeling, so yeah.
That give you, good feeling.
Yeah. So Enzo has that good feeling, okay? So when you've had that good feeling, you were up here at one point, you're going to want to chase that feeling again. That's called being ambitious. That's called being a footballer at this level. So yeah, no shit. You won the World Cup. You won the best there is to win in the world. You want to feel that feeling again. So I don't mind that Enzo is ambitious. I think that's totally cool. You should be ambitious. That is what Chelsea is supposed to be. It's the club you go to win trophies. João Pedro himself funny enough, he's in this picture, said it himself. I came to Chelsea to win trophies. And so we get it. I totally understand that. Whether you think he's good enough, that's, totally based on what you think of the player, right? I'm talking besides that. Take your opinion of Enzo the last 3-4 seasons he's been at Chelsea out of the equation. Just from a general point of what he's done and what his career is, which is a professional football player at Chelsea. You just look at it from that objective standpoint. Yeah, no shit. You won the World Cup. You want to win trophies of that echelon. You want to, strive to be the best, because you felt what it was like to be the best at one point. And even with the Club World Cup, listen, whether you think it's a credible trophy and needs time to establish itself, or if you don't think it's ever going to become anything, it's still a big trophy for this team. They all believed in it. They all felt that after that, they were ready to take on the world. They didn't fear any team. Some of us Chelsea fans were hyped up about it, and myself included, and go on and go forth, right? So, like, yes, of course, I don't blame Enzo for thinking this whatsoever. What I do get annoyed by is that you're making this really public now, and you're making it really, really fucking obvious that you want Real Madrid. Like, we get it. You don't need to really, really, like, do all this show and act and be the center of attention thing. But then again, look at who we're talking about. Enzo Fernandez. He's the same guy who did the whole Benfica, I'm here to stay. Now, part of the reason I want to think that he wants to stay at Chelsea is because the motherfucker has a big ass lion piece on his back. Which is like, damn, okay. Maybe you are committed then, bro. Goddamn. Blue lion on your back and everything. Maybe you really are committed. Do you understand how committed you have to be to anything to put something on your skin forever? Maybe you don't know, but ask someone who you think knows, a friend of a friend. Ask them if they know someone who fucking deleted or erased a tattoo that had an ex's name on it or covered it up. I'm just saying, bro. Like, that's commitment. It's a whole back piece. It's huge. It's like, damn, okay, maybe you do want to stay at Chelsea. And that's the other thing too. let's continue on. Next tweet here. Breaking: Chelsea players have been left unimpressed with Enzo Fernandez's leadership at the time when everyone needs to pull together to get UCL football. Enzo Fernandez berated teammates during the run of 4 successive defeats, which has annoyed some players. It's understood Enzo has been vocal in the dressing room during recent defeats. I mean, I feel like this, and big up Jem, bro. I hope the ones annoyed are the usual suspects that are crap. Yeah, I agree. It's like, this isn't really news. I feel like this is what always happens. The vocal leaders in the group are going to speak up. Like we all saw All or Nothing, right? Like Spurs and all those guys, like there's a lot of fucking testosterone in the fucking room. They get loud, they yell at each other, they fight. Like it happens. That's the dressing room. So now you have pussy bitches in the fucking dressing room that feel bad when Enzo berates them? Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think Enzo's phenomenal. The last 2 seasons, I'll be real with you guys. I've said it earlier. I do think he's been mid. And I like Enzo. I did really want Enzo to work out, but it's just like, it's been so the last 2 seasons, covered up with GNA, which, yeah, GNA is great, but I don't know. Like, sometimes GNA doesn't tell the whole story, and with Enzo, it's very obvious. But take that to the side, right? He's the vice fucking captain. He's gonna fucking yell. He's gonna fucking get upset when the team is losing. And especially, like, guys, look at PSG. Look at PSG. Look at fucking Jorgensen. Jorgensen, after the game, wanted to walk away from the Chelsea fans. Like, this guy thinks he's the shit. And Enzo had to deal with that. Like, that's when we lost the tie. We lost the tie in the first one. Look at our defense. Look at Pedro Neto not passing the ball. Like, are people really upset that Enzo Fernandez is yelling at teammates? Are we really making news about this? Because to me, this seems like typical. There's always going to be a leader in the locker room that's going to, chew out people. That's part of the experience. It's part of growing up and, for lack of a better term, being a man. Like, it's not a sport for people who are fragile, people who are thin-skinned. So, like, yeah, if you're putting yourself in a position to take criticism, then learn how to take criticism. Yeah, it might not be nice. And yes, Enzo might not be performing at his best either. But sometimes you don't have to perform at your best to be right about something. So, like, I don't know what could have happened. I think this is such a non-story. But it's just meant to put Enzo in more limelight than is necessary. And it's like, it's a non-story, if you ask me. But again, my opinion on Enzo, I'm leaning more towards just sell him at this point. Because what I do have a problem with Enzo is, brother, now you're making this too. Now you're doing too much. That's how I feel.
Huh?
Now you're doing too much, bro. Like, bro, now you're doing too much. Now you're doing too much. Like, there was another quote that came out, and he was just hanging out a stream, and it was an awkward moment where he just mentions, yeah, I would love to live in Madrid. Madrid reminds me a lot of Buenos Aires, which I find that's valid. And then, yeah, we're kind of like awkwardly joking about, some teams near Madrid and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, Madrid, yeah. Like, and now he's saying Toni Kroos is like, he looked up to Toni Kroos, or, he's really impressed by Toni Kroos and all this stuff. Just talking all about Madrid this, Madrid that. And it's probably agent telling him, hey, listen, we got to get your name out there. We got to let people know that you're up for sale. You're open to the idea of moving out of Chelsea. But Chelsea, as far as I'm aware, want to sell you for about 100 mil. Now, if you can somehow sell Enzo for 100 mil, bro, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Give me the cash. Please. Because the way I see it, if there is hope, guys, there is hope for the project. I hope you understand that. The reason we don't have hope is because of who our directors are. But I know all of you guys in this chat, even some of you waiting backstage, you guys know that if you took over the club, you can work within the budget and improve this team next season. Am I right or am I wrong? You guys know that if you took over the job, you can fix this. Right? So, I'm not saying our directors are going to do it. That's the part that gets us doom and gloom. It's because the directors. But there is a way. We just got to hope the directors actually pick that way. That's it. So, I'm just saying. There is a possibility to improve this team only if these stupid directors actually do it. Which I'm not hopeful about. But I'm just saying. It's not all doom and gloom. It's not all doom and gloom, people. Any player of quality will dip after a few years at the club, will never succeed in this model. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know about not succeeding. We can. We just need competent people to build a competent team. But yeah, this is the problem, right, with Enzo. He's twerking a lot for Real Madrid. It's getting annoying now, and it's gotten to the point where, like, I feel like even some people in the locker room are probably looking at him like, okay, dude, we get it. You don't want to be here. Like, not everyone is going to share the opinion that we have as fans that this project is bust. Some people are going to take it upon themselves. They're going to blame themselves for why the project hasn't been working out. Some people are going to still believe that there is a way for it to work. And when I'm talking about some people, I'm talking about the players. So not everyone is going to think that the project is a bust. But Enzo talks to Cucurella a lot. And there's no coincidence that we also got Cucurella quotes. Cucurella basically saying, if Barcelona were to come with an offer, I'd have to think about it. But I'm not going to get upset at Cucurella either because, one, he's been one of our best players consistently now for a while. Two, they only gave him a bump in salary. They didn't really extend his contract, so it looks like they want him on his way out too eventually. And it's also it's Barcelona. You understand, because that's where he basically was born, came from. He was a La Masia kid. You know, he would probably easily want to go back home. Like, it's it's a non sequitur, or whatever the word I want to fucking say is. It's like a no-brainer. There you go. Non-brainer was what I was going to try to say. It's like a no-brainer. Of course he wants to go to Spain, live out his rest of his career there, stay there, and all that fun stuff. So it's like, I get it. But yeah, Cucurella also came out, and now they're saying, oh, Cucurella, the board hear and see everything. Yeah, no shit. You guys see everything. You're probably informed of all these things. But you've also neglected it and ignored it for the longest time. Now I'm hearing, and I'll wait till I see it to believe it, right? But now there's shit coming out saying that they're gonna reconsider their strategy or approach in the summer. I'll believe it when I see it. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I feel like the pressure is getting onto them, and we could potentially see some shit happen. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not hopeful. What's up, Prime? Let's get JC on here too. Big up JC. JC, talk to me, man. How you doing? What are you thinking?
Yeah, big up. Hello, Prime. Yeah, I've been entertaining. Break.
It's been an interesting past few hours. I'll say that.
You know, I'll tell a joke. I would like to, if you have like 1 minute, I'll tell a joke. It's about accountants, and it was something which very much apply, and it's common joke. Like a lot of people might already know it. So I have a accountant, a finance guy in my company, and then there is an HR guy, and there or the general manager. He says like I need to have training for my employees so that they become good. And the accountant is saying is, what if we train them and they leave? And then the manager says, what if we don't train them and they don't leave? So the idea is to collect the good ones and train them better, and some of them will leave, but majority will be there. And if you are going to collect only like average guys who are more worried about their job security, and you're not going to train them also, then the structure itself will become incompetent. And you have to fire them or do something about them. You don't want to fire them, but they are not going anywhere. They are not wanted anywhere. But if you have employees who are smart enough and who are being asked to by your competitors to join them, you better listen what's going on. There's another proverb, a Russian proverb, which says, you keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer, because the enemy will tell you truth on your face. Your friend will never criticize you. What Enzo, even if he's leaving, he's doing us a favor. And he's being honest. I mean, if he had been like just, yes, all is good, I believe, and all that, he's not only going to screw up his own career, nothing will happen. But he's a winner. He wants to win. He wants to be at the top. And if he is having these issues, he's coming out in open. And as a Chelsea fan, I respect that.
He's saying what we all are thinking, which is why I'm not even that upset about Cucurella's quotes or Enzo's quotes. Like, they're saying things that we all as fans want the ownership to hear. And I'm all for it. I just hope that the owners listen. I just hope that they can continue to still have a career at Chelsea and aren't like now blacklisted because they spoke out against the ownership or wherever. I mean, I don't blame them for, again, thinking what they're thinking. The Blue Studio One, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Check out Mohammed Al Khariji from Saudis. I just looked into him. I guess this is a Saudi owner. Yeah, I mean, the thing, I'm gonna say this quickly, and just so I don't deter too much from the conversation. I know people have been saying that the club can sell. Yeah, sure, but who's gonna buy it, and also what's going on with the Roman case, because that's an open case towards the sale of Chelsea from a previous time, and I think there could be a correlation going on there. There's probably a reason, and also they need to make profit. Like, there's a few other things we could talk about the sale of Chelsea another time. But yeah, big up, brother. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Yeah, so footballers are gonna try to be ambitious. I'll say this about Enzo too, real quick before you go, JC. I'll say this about Enzo. I do think if things worked out the way they were supposed to, in terms of, you know, actually getting proper players to improve on this team in the summer, and we actually did challenge for trophies and all these things, I don't think Enzo would be asking to leave. I think Enzo was more than happy to be committed to Chelsea, as long as the part that was probably promised to him about the project being successful, the project being ambitious, winning trophies, as long as that part of the deal was being held, I think Enzo was more than happy to stay. He's done 3.5 years here now, and we've regressed as a club, I would say, this season. I don't blame him for wanting to leave. People are going to call him a snake and twerking for Real Madrid. Like, yes, I think he's doing too much, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I mean, how can you be committed to this? You know, and how can you rubber stamp your name on this?
Yeah, I take people who challenge. He's challenging the ownership. He's challenging the model. He's challenging. And he's a sportsman. He is born competitor. He wants to win, and he is going to challenge his teammates, everybody. You remember the previous generation of players, John Terry, they used to challenge even in practice everybody. He will challenge, and if he's challenging, I respect that. Go ahead, do it. So I don't. One short thing which I wanted to say is about this. Like so much of talk about this, like they can sell, they can sell, they can sell. You know what? As a finance guy, I can tell you one thing. I looked at that video and the structure they have made, like 20 different entities. If you want to sell, you consolidate, you try to multiply, and you sell it as a package, multiplying your revenues and showing like you have huge revenues and things like that. The way they have structured it, branched it out, it's like selling different pieces, but not as a whole entity. They've made it to grow maybe, or franchise out and grow the revenue streams, and if they would be selling it, they would be selling it bits and pieces, like
Exactly.
so it's not like they are gonna sell Chelsea or as such. There's nothing. The thing which shows me that structure is they will be selling in pieces, slowly, and getting money in. So eventually, they will end up with more money than they purchased the club for. So
Kind of like how the Glazers did.
yeah, kind of that. But that's how finance, like these mergers and takeovers and
Not
hostile
wrong.
takeovers, these work. They would take the company, dismantle it, make it financially figures showing it very healthy, and then they start to sell it and then get their money back and all that stuff. They don't know anything about football, that's clear. They do not know even how to choose the best people. First, he was listening to Mendes. Before that, he was trying to lure Tuchel into making decisions, which Tuchel was totally not comfortable with. Now he's got a bunch of directors. One is incompetent, second is incompetent, but he does not know even whom to fire or whom not to fire. So they just keep adding these directors. Just keep on adding them. It's like a bunch of, and then there are so many of them. If you fire 1, 2, 3, like you have to fire all of them. But then he's again left with, these owners are left with nobody. They do not know football. It's total mess.
1 second, JC. I read comments like this and I'm like, surely they're trolling. It has to be a troll. And if it's not a troll, why shouldn't I ban you? Just for like lying on my name. Because I'm not backing the brown envelopes. I'm not a brown envelope. I'm not backing these owners. I wish I was a brown envelope. It'd
You know,
be
it's
great.
crazy because
Talk
we
to
make
me, bro.
jokes. We make jokes about Marshall being a brown envelope, but like, it's crazy. People take it seriously.
I know.
Yeah, but
That's why
Marshall, I'll tell you as a viewer.
sometimes there's some jokes that you guys say you push it too far because some of these crazy people in the chat will believe it, and all of a sudden you have someone in the middle of the UK calling me things that I'm not.
Oh no,
And that'll be an awkward interaction because you'll be with me, Prime.
Hey, listen, if I'm getting the bag,
People try to generalize just because they want to have a kind of like a quick kind of conclusion. Sometimes, and most of the times, things are not so simple, black and white.
Let me ask you something, Shirchinyu. If you were the director right now and you go into the summer and under the limitations that the club is currently under with PSR and all that stuff, do you feel that you could improve this squad with just a few transfers and sales? Let me ask you that. Now wait till you answer. Because I've been thinking about this more and more. And just because I think there could be hope for the project doesn't necessarily mean that I back it. Doesn't necessarily mean that I believe it. I'm just trying to entertain a different conversation. Just because I talk about it too doesn't mean I believe it either. What were you going to say, Prime? I'm sorry.
yeah, Marshall's job as a host is
To waffle.
well, you were born that way, to be fair. But no, Marshall's job as a host is to like give a, I guess, a balanced take, and sometimes play the other or give an opinion of the other side depending on the conversation being have at hand. Like I don't, but also we also know Marshall's opinions on the ownership. So, like
I feel like I
mean,
make it pretty clear. I just try to be fair when I talk about anything in general, players, ownership, and stuff like that. So when people in the comments or on Twitter say that this project is doomed and stuff, but yet Serginho is telling me that there's 6 players away from being competent. EE is telling me you can fix it in 2 summers. So it's not doom and gloom. There's a solution.
No, I do think that Don also does this a lot. Chelsea Don talking about how we're so close to this and that and only a few signings away. We're farther away than people actually want to realize because we won't do what's required. Look at last summer.
That's
all we
the
needed
problem.
was a top center back, a top goalkeeper,
OCP.
a top winger, a top striker, and all of a sudden we can, even if we just got the center back and goalkeeper, we can. That's enough for us to challenge the way this league is.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about winning the league. I'm just talking about being competitive to challenge with how this league looks. We won't do what's required to take that step up, which means we are much farther away than we want to realize. And with the way this ownership doesn't care about, they don't think top managers or top coaches are important. The talent ID with signing players is very much like hit or miss.
Because again,
I think if we continue to be ran poorly, maybe I don't know. Maybe this is extreme. I don't know if you guys agree with this, but like in 5-6 years under this ownership, maybe we end up in a situation. Maybe not like in a situation kind of like Spurs and United last year, where we have a poor squad, we have a terrible manager, and all of a sudden we're 15th.
Yeah, Serginho, this is essentially what I'm saying, though. That's it. I think there is a solution. I think there's still hope that you can fix the project or whatever, but it's going to depend on doing the things that are necessary, like Prime just mentioned. And
they won't do that, though.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely am I to believe that they're going to do it? It's like a 1.
They won't do it.
Yeah. But even if they do half of it,
no, they won't.
That's something.
No, but the thing is, there is no hope because we know they won't do it.
Thank you.
So what's the point?
But here's the thing.
It's like this. It's like, hey, I can win $1 million through the lottery, but there's like a 1 in a billion chance. So why am I hoping on the 1 in a billion? Why am I thinking of it like that way and not the I have 99.99 chances of losing?
Oh, hold on, because the thing is though, like I agree, right? Like as far as we've done this window, worst window under this ownership, hands down, right?
Yeah.
But the previous summer window, I think we did relatively okay. It was an okay window. It wasn't horrible. It could have been better. With João Felix and Renato Vega and Neto.
That was also poor.
It wasn't as bad as the summer window we just had.
It was very comparable. It was very comparable.
Who did we wait? So Renato Vega, João Felix. Who else did we sign?
Neto.
Did we sign Tosin that year? No?
We signed Neto that season too.
Marshall, I will be honest with you. If you think practically and realistically,
sure,
the only way this could improve is the way you said. I mean, the club, if they want to sell it, they will not get 2.5 billion right now. So they're not going to sell it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So and 1 in a billion chance of success, but that's actually is the true percentage. Not every club succeeds. You need to be very like single-minded, only winning. Just like Abramovich was. Then only you can do that. And
Their problem is they're trying to make profit while they do it, right?
Yeah, but like if you
That's what's
see
stopping
their
them.
model is like is working in a sense like on a grassroots level. If you are hiring youth,
sense,
then 1
yeah.
or 2% will reach the Premier League level. But if you
the
are
thing is, like-
shopping at a higher level,
Okay,
you
so-
will have 30% success, which is their success rate actually.
CP,
Like 30%.
I think you're going to agree with me on this, right? Like going off what JC's saying, I don't think the model is necessarily a bad model. I think the people who are running it badly.
No, it is bad because
Okay, talk to me.
they don't make exceptions. It's horrible.
No,
They don't make
CP,
exceptions.
it is missing one element which I was trying to explain. The level where they are shopping, success rate will be 30% for maximum 40%, which they have had. Now they need to invest in ready-made talent as well, where the success rate will be 80%.
Yeah.
That is missing. Just add little bit of that. We have already like accumulated 7-8 good players. Now you're short by 4-5. Like you wasted a lot of money. Now just put in.
Marshall, if you want to talk about
Even the model-
window, if you're talking about last summer's window, like the first Maresca season, we got Pedro Neto, who we fucking hate now. We
Now
bought
we
a
do,
João
yeah.
Felix, who was gone later. We got a KDH, who this fan base, besides me and Prime, knew what we bought him for, but hated him until the final.
Okay, yes.
We bought a Philip Jorgensen, who we all hate. We bought an Amari Kellyman. Where the fuck is he? We then later in that season bought Henders and Anselmino. Anselmino, we don't know where he is. Vega, we flipped. Where the fuck is Caleb Wiley? We got Mark Guiu, who we don't like. And we got a Jadon Sancho, who shipped out right away. And then we got Tolson on a free. That was
Marshall,
equally as bad.
For what those players did that season, though, wasn't terrible.
CP
Yeah,
will not
better
score
than
for
this.
so many games now.
Marshall, it wasn't
talking about
terrible for what we needed.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
was
yeah.
just
Top
to
four.
get top four.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
the window
exactly,
we
yeah.
just had, we've downgraded from the and last season I hated the squad. When everyone kept saying we
Yeah.
have 2 teams and we have squad depth, I disagreed. I hated the squad. But right now, I take a João Felix and an Nkunku.
And the squad depth looked
Yeah.
better because we were playing in Conference League where we could play with the squad.
True.
Hey, I'll
Bro,
tell you one
we-
thing, just one thing.
everyone keeps
Wait
talking
for
about
6
this.
games. We have not scored for so many scored a goal for so many games. Wait for another these last 6-7 games. People will be hating João Pedro as well.
Bro,
Yep.
look
Is
at,
he a bad player?
No,
No.
we're just letting him die, to be honest.
Yeah.
look at
And a lot of
the
players
window
we
we-
have are not bad players.
The window
We have zero identity as a team.
Yeah.
the window we just had, this whole thing about Champions League football and all the money that we have, this window we just had, we could line up with Neto, Delap, Garnacho as a 3 and Bueno Notte in the 10. We could have used that in the Conference League.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
Conference League level attacking
Again.
forward. And that's what we bought with Champions League football.
Mhm.
They
Yeah, which
like
is-
and the model, like in theory, building a squad of some of the best young talents in the world actually that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But the execution is extremely poor.
That's exactly my point.
2 Januaries ago, when 2 left wingers, 2 quote unquote young, talented left wingers with 100 plus games of experience were available for about 60 mil, we wanted Garnacho instead of Kvaratskhelia.
Don't even bring that up.
Exactly. Kvara falls in that model, right? And it would have worked, but you just didn't get Kvara.
Elise is
Olise falls in that model. It would have worked, but we just didn't do
And
it.
this thing now,
23
where,
assists this season.
And this
23
thing-
assists in a fucking season already, and it hasn't ended.
and this thing now where we're in like financial trouble because of the money that we've wasted under this ownership. Of course, when people talk about how, oh, well, we can't afford the wages of Olise and Oshimen or whatever. Well, maybe if we didn't have to spend money on Caleb Wiley, Kellyman, Mark
Yeah.
Yu, Delap, Garnacho, maybe I could afford Oshimen and Olise and afford to buy Magnon for 18 mil, or I could afford to buy Schlotterbeck or whoever. Like it's really not that difficult. This thing about how we're meant to buy the best young talents before they become superstars. Why didn't we buy Pacho? Why did
No,
PSG
dude,
do it?
and no, it's even worse. Sometimes they identify the correct player, but they're so shit at acquiring them.
Negotiations. Yep.
Dean Hoyson.
Yep.
He was the target for the summer. Remember, that was a center back.
Mhm.
Gone. We tried
Yeah,
Elise the summer
but
before he
CP
went to Bayern Munich. We fucked it up.
Yeah,
we
but
fucked him
CP
up like the
CP
Virgil
Hoyson.
situation.
But CP, I knew about Dean Hoyson when he was at Roma, and I also knew about him at Juve when he left Roma. and
Yeah,
went to
but
Juve.
no one's gonna
Why
believe
didn't
him
we
at
get him
Juve.
then?
He came through the Juve academy. No one's gonna scout him like that every time. We can't hit on like that.
No,
every
no,
time.
no. But no, my point being is that this project about finding the why you like get the best before they become these. We're meant to buy or get the best young players before they explode and become superstars, which is fine. I'm cool with that model, but we scout them and then we don't end up actually buying them.
Mhm.
We
And
wanted
that's my
Jan.
problem.
We wanted Jan Diamonde when he was in the US. Why didn't we get him? What's his name? Malik Fofana. He's probably a better winger signing than signing
Garnacho and Gittins.
Yes, it was only 30 million.
Gittins who spent half the season last year on the bench, and Garnacho, who we all know is ass. Why didn't we sign Malik Fofana and then go buy Semenyo?
Bro, why didn't we sign Ryan Cherky when we had the chance to?
Turkey.
Oh my!
This is what I'm talking about, people.
This is the
So
wasting
when I
of
say the
money.
model
Are
isn't
there players that
necessarily,
we are?
the
Are there
waste
players
of
we are
money.
happy that we didn't buy,
Also-
like
and also,
Simmons?
the fact that
obviously
we
there's
don't
players we're happy we didn't
we
buy.
don't have a top coach anymore.
So eventually, it is the same
That made-
30% success rate.
The fact that we also don't have a top coach, by the way, makes everything worse.
Yeah,
Moresco is finding a lot.
doesn't-
Moresco is finding a lot of flaws in this team and making a lot of players better. Made a lot of average players in this team better.
It's not like I would say is like if you have a system, a philosophy, and you can start to have players playing into that, and then players can also start to like you make it flexible. Sometimes you're going through middle, sometimes through the wings and all that, but you need to have like a identity and continue with it. If you are changing managers, at least have the players.
Yeah.
If you are not changing the players, at least have the manager.
We
You
change
can't be
too much
changing,
too
chopping
quickly.
everything, and just
Yeah, that's
keeping the
true.
directors. Directors are not the constant we need.
So, like, I think the point that I was getting at with this CP was that even if you look at last window, we were still, it wasn't the amazing window. It wasn't like a 10 out of 10 window. And even I think in hindsight, it's a better window than I thought initially. Because when you look at some of the
worse.
well, when you look at the pieces that we acquired, then like we were able to use it to get us a Champions League spot, Club World Cup, and whatchamacallit, the Conference League. So I get
Okay, KDH didn't help us with the Club World Cup.
Yeah, he did. He played games. He was involved. He scored against Benfica. He was one of those monumental goals.
I wouldn't count it. João Felix.
João Felix, I mean, we just flipped. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
We didn't really take much of a
Omari
loss on that.
Kellyman.
Where is that guy?
People are singing his praises. I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm not paying
Yeah,
attention to Omari
because
Kelly.
he's on loan somewhere and he's playing.
Yeah,
I guess he's
Renato
playing
Vega
well.
left as soon as he could. Caleb
Yeah,
Wiley,
definitely.
where the hell is he?
In fact, Nkunku and KDH finished the season strong, but it was like 5 games
Yeah.
only or something.
Yeah.
But my point in saying that, CP, is that like there was some useful ones in there, right?
Yeah, but then
Where
you could say the
I'm
same
hoping.
for this one.
Wait, let me just finish my point. I'm hoping that with our track record, I'm hoping we at least this summer get 1 or 2 players that we're like, okay, this is good. And then because I know we're gonna get a bunch of garbage,
We're getting garbage. That's what we're gonna get. More
Like,
garbage.
the
but we're
only-
not gonna get
the only
all
good-
garbage either.
The only
Not-
good
I-
one we can look at, if he's healthy, knock on wood, please, God Almighty, is we're getting Quenda. We all have already signed Quenda. Hopefully, he continues his development because he's the only one we said, okay, is kind ball.
Yeah.
But
That's
even
it.
with Kenda, listen, I love the guy. I think he's cold. But look at the way we've treated Esteval this season. Why is Kenda going to be starting?
No, I know, but I'm not even saying starting. Marshall's saying, hey, we might sign some good players. I'm saying, sure, I can give you one good player. I mean, a player I at least rate a bit
No. I know, and I agree with you on the good player.
No, but
now
I mean
I'm
like
saying-
not someone that we already signed. I mean a brand new player, like João Pedro, like a João Pedro kind of signing.
Well, we already signed Omega, so
I think we will lose Cucurella. We will lose Enzo, and they will be replaced by lower.
no, but we
I-
already
I-
have the left back side. You guys forget. We
Hato,
already
yeah.
have the left back covered because
Hato.
we got Corinthians left back from the under-20 in dinner. He's joining the summer, boys. So Hato's gonna be a starter. Dinner's gonna be a
and
backup.
by the way,
Don't worry.
yeah, you see the way this fan base treated Maresca, saying that good he can walk. The same way you people are gonna treat Cucurella now and Enzo. You people that all love Enzo Fernandez, you're defending him when he did that racist Instagram live. You're now gonna say good riddance when he leaves, and then in a few months, when their replacements are shit, you're then gonna complain that this ownership got rid of them, but you guys backed the ownership in getting rid of them.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, like if you're
No,
talking about the
I don't think Enzo's not wrong in what he said, but 100% he's not wrong in what he said. But our ownership is gonna get rid, and the fan base will say good riddance to Enzo Fernandez.
Marshall, I can even tell you, you know how I told you the left back replacement for Cucurella? I'm going to tell you who the center mid replacement is going to be right now.
Barco.
Right now, I'm going to tell you. Ready,
Barco.
Prime? We already know it. Ready? Valentino Barco.
Barco, yeah.
Argentinian center mid. There
Hey,
you go. There's your replacement.
I have
CP.
a question.
CP low key. Hold on, CP low key. Hey, Barco, center mid and left back. Low key, he might be both
I
replacements.
know.
Low key. Hey,
Like,
Are we
I-
gonna say
I
Star
have a-
Slayer? Go ahead, bro.
I have a question. So, like, we're supposed to. What are these reports that are saying that Champions League is crucial to whatever the hell they have going on now?
it's not
If it's-
crucial.
If it's crucial, like, what are these names that we're hearing for players next season? Because, in my opinion, it's not happening this season, and probably for the good of the club. But next season, we need actual players. So then, what are these names like Barco? Because isn't that guy like really short and low key a little?
Yeah, he's
weird?
like
He's like 5'7",
He's like
5'6".
Argentinian Billy.
Yeah, he's like a
Gilmore,
5'6" ginger.
Oh my goodness!
Bro, do you know we lack you know how we're terrible at defending set pieces? We lack real height in the team. That's why with Maresca and with this weird guy Rosigne, whenever we face teams that have height and physicality, for some reason we just play Tossin because he's like 6'4". But with Enzo's like 5'10". With him gone and Barco being his replacement, that drops down the physicality that we lack anyway in the team.
This is true.
Like it's just gonna help, but it's just gonna be they're regressing the squad each time, and it's not. And we don't even have a good manager to hide the flaws anymore.
So how
That's
much money?
another big. This is why I keep telling the people the worst thing we did is get rid of Maresca. That killed any sort of project because we're not gonna hire a better guy than him. We're not gonna hire anyone as good as him.
It's not that we cannot. We can hire somebody. I don't think any top manager comes to this project.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But forget coming here. We won't approach them. We won't approach them.
No, I mean, yeah, that's why when people say if we keep going in this direction, we could potentially become Spurs to the point where people don't want to come to the job.
So how much money is there left? Like, how much money can we keep spending before
we have money? People telling us we don't have money honestly don't know what the hell they're talking about. We have
So
money.
then, what are these names
We don't have money though. We don't have money under FFP. We have money, but we don't have money under FFP because of the UEFA rules. If we don't make
I
Europe
thought we
at
had
all,
80 million to that we didn't over 80 million.
Sorry.
I thought when we did the math, right, after this window, according to the FFP, I thought we were 70 million pounds over the threshold in terms of 70 million pounds positive. So that we could spend still as long as we maintain positive with FFP.
No. But the thing is, we're in Europe. As long as we're in Europe, we're clear for FFP, but we're not clear for the Europe one.
Wait, FFP is Europe, isn't it?
No,
Or
there's different things. So the general FFP of the league we're fine with.
That's PSR.
Yes, basically.
Mhm.
But the one for Europe, we need to sell players because technically Quenda's gonna count for this summer already at 50 million euros.
Yeah.
So we're already down 60 euros.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So
We're
even if there
down.
was that budget that I was saying, right, where there's like
Already
70
kinda
you can
spent,
work
like
with,
50 million pounds over
you
to
still
spend.
gotta. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's true.
So we still have to sell players in Chalobah, Tosin, and whoever.
Yeah. Like there's gonna be wiggle room. It's not like it's impossible. Like we could still get players. We already have players coming that were purchased a while ago. That are only going to be integrated into the team next season, like Quenda and Penders and potentially other players like Anselmino, Omega as well. If we end up getting like an actual another left winger or another center back and stuff like that, time will tell. I hope that does happen, but it'll depend on player sales. We have to sell players, and to be fair,
the center back is going to be Anselmino. Don't worry.
Brother, what?
We got to get more. We need more than that, though. That's the thing. There's no way it can be just him.
Yeah, but we already bought a center back.
Yeah, no. They're gonna bet. So there's another Strasbourg center back that was rated highly with Sar, like on the he's a left center back.
No way we're just gonna bring the Strasbourg.
Watch that shit happen. Yes,
if
because
that happens, I'm gonna be.
That's how we're gonna avoid it. That's how we're gonna.
disappointed.
It's what we don't have to pay stupid money for him. We'll probably pay like 25 million. It'll put us still under FFP rules.
We already brought in one anyway, Mamadou Sarr.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna get his partner.
That just means they have to learn their lesson.
Wait, CP, who's the Strasbourg center back?
Let me Google his name again. I'm forgetting. Just give me a second.
I don't know his name. Yeah, I don't know his name off the top of my head. I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember his name.
Are you talking about the captain?
The cap?
I don't think he's the captain. I think isn't Barco the captain? I'm pretty sure Barco's the captain.
Yeah, Barco's the captain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Barco's not a bad talent either.
Augsburg.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucas Augsburg.
Oh, Barco's the captain. Hey, leadership qualities.
Yeah, I don't mind Barco as a talent, but he's not a starter at Chelsea.
Not in the mess word, no.
Not even under Maresca, I don't think, to be honest. He's a good player.
Yeah, sure.
He's apparently
He's just
170.
The physicality is gonna be too much for him.
170.
Listen, I think we genuinely can play much better, and this defense is not totally washed. It comes down
That's
to
true.
how we are set up and how we are being managed right now. And I am no personal hate against Rosinia. He's a nice guy, but we don't need a nice guy. I mean, the same defense we have had something like 8 or 9 clean sheets, and Sanchez was nearly competing for the Golden Glove or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is the same defense. It was the same defense. So it's how you plan and how you manage and how you that matters a lot. But if you're going to ask, I don't know, like this guy Fofana to play out from the back or pass when most of his forward passes are like hopeful balls, and you're asking him because you're not confident in Sanchez and doing it in front of Arsenal, then you put somebody who's not a good shot stopper, but like still you want to play out from the back against Paris Saint-Germain. These are wrong choices. These are putting players in handicap positions, and that makes these players look worse than they are.
Yeah.
I think we would be a lot better with an intelligent manager. Now, forget about it that we are getting anybody like Nagelsmann or anybody like that. But like they did manage to find somebody like Maresca, find another one.
Well,
the thing
that was
is,
luck, low key.
go ahead, Star Slayer. Go ahead.
In my opinion, that was the striking goal, because look who they went after before Potter, and then Potts, and then Maresca, and then right after that Rosina. Like this is what they're doing. It's not really working. We're gonna have to get lucky again with another manager, because I remember someone had said that these guys they're gonna have to keep trying with managers until they get the perfect one. I guess the one that doesn't say anything and then I guess works with what he has and actually wins. This guy is what, 2 of 3? He doesn't say anything and he works with what he has. Just doesn't win.
This is gonna sound hard to believe coming from me, because I've been making fun of him a lot. I don't think Rosinier's a bad manager. I genuinely don't.
He knows ball.
I think he actually knows what he's doing. He's just part of it is the job being too big for him. I think the other part of it is he deadass has not. He's had zero time to train. These players are trying to unlearn what they learned from Maresca and implementing a new system in the middle of the season when all the pressure's on. Yeah, man, it's not going to end up nice. It's going to look really, really gross at the end.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, welcome to being a Chelsea manager, because we had that 4 times in our history, and 3 of those times we reached the Champions League final. By the way,
Yeah, Marshall, I'll be real. That's all cute to say.
yeah.
I don't.
had a
I
Thomas
And the only thing good I've
Yeah,
seen
but you're
from him,
comparing Rosinier to like our best in Jose or
no,
freaking
no,
Gus
no.
Hiddink,
I'm even
like
Gus
these interim
Hiddink.
guys.
Gus Hiddink took us to a final in the Champions League.
Yeah, but this is like where the inexperience comes in, right? Where I'm saying
So
like,
he's not
too
good
big
enough
for the
then.
job.
So he's not
too
a
big
good
for
enough
the
manager.
job.
He's not a good enough manager.
wait. This is hopium, Marshall. I mean, he is a guy. I have no personal hate. I want him to succeed, but I know the truth. He's a guy. I give this analogy of chess. He knows the 36 or how many boxes there are. He knows how each pieces move, and he has read a lot of books about openings, and he knows like what are the names of different openings. But when it comes to play, he knows nothing.
Marshall,
He's playing wrong openings against wrong players. He has done, like a guy who's done MBA, but when it comes to crunch time, he knows nothing.
Marshall, you say he's a good coach, and I thought that too when we appointed him. But this whole thing that he's meant to be someone who adapts to the players that he has, the way he plays is literally playing to the weaknesses of our players. Whether it's Jorgensen, whether it's Jorgensen or Sanchez, he's demanding that our goalkeeper play out the back when neither of them can really do it.
Yeah,
he's playing a high line with our center backs that are shit. He's leaving Caicedo on his own in midfield again. He's playing to the weaknesses of every player that we have, and everybody looks bad. We were talking about Caicedo and potentially being player of the season. He looks shit now.
Yeah, no, that fell off.
Correa looks shit. Everyone looks shit.
yeah.
He speaks so well.
Sanchez. This guy was playing. Bro, Sanchez. He was like, regardless of what I personally think of him, he was playing brilliantly. Dropping him before we play PSG makes no sense to me. If you don't think Sanchez suits your style of play, that's fine. Why not drop him as soon as you get the job? That way, Jorgensen has like 2 months to play and build form and build momentum. You don't just throw him in against PSG and then he fails and then you have to take him out when the tie's done.
He's sabotaging.
The management makes zero sense. So you can talk about pressure and whatever. You shouldn't be here. You're failing miserably. You shouldn't be here.
Prime. I'm going to let what in a few sentences, like try to describe why I don't like believe in him is because he's so much focused on image, how to look, how to speak, how to present himself, but he's not spending enough time watching games, reading his team, knowing his players, learning. He needs them to see on the pitch to learn his players. Like it took him 4 games to know. He says, I'm still learning his players. Brother, watch the games in the bus.
Yeah.
Do your homework. Nobody cares what you are speaking. Do your job. Do your homework.
Dude, this guy is like me in school, where like I would go and take exams and not even study for them, and then I just barely pass. Sometimes I would fail, and then I have to make up for it in the next test. And C's get degrees. That's what they said in high school back in the day. And yeah, I mean, like I would just drag ass while other people were actually getting ahead of it, being organized, studying, actually learning the material, and acing tests. Maresca was the person acing the tests. Meanwhile, Rosinier's the guy in the back of the room making origami and little paper airplanes and not paying attention to lecture.
But I disagree with that. Rosinier is actually meant to be the smart guy. But you know what? You know what Rosinier is, yeah. And
You know what he is? He's a smart guy, but he doesn't know like all the answers. He's just that street smart guy. He thinks he knows everything.
No,
but he
Rosinier is
doesn't.
not even. He's not even street smarts, bro. He'd get mashed up in the hood. You know what Rosinier is? It's funny. I said the same thing about Lampard when he was manager back in 2019.
Yeah.
You're this big genius, but in reality you're actually an idiot. And I said this about Lampard, and he got us top 4. Rosinier speaks like he's this like smart guy. He's got glasses on. He wears a fucking like he dresses smartly. Whatever. He uses all these big words. But you're actually an idiot. The way
Come on. I mean, Lampard is our legend. He was fantastic in attacking football. He simply just his only drawback was he did not know how to defend. He did not know how to.
Brother. I'm talking about Rosinier. I don't know.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah. This guy uses all these big fancy words and wears glasses and speaks well, but like he's actually an idiot. This fan base criticized Maresca for actually analyzing opponents, but at least he was trying to improve us and make us better. Maresca realized that because Maresca wanted to play this possession-based, playing out of the back with the goalkeeper. He realized quite early with Sanchez, you can't do it. The only reason we ended up getting top 4 last year is because Maresca told Sanchez to stop playing out, and he dropped that line. He dropped our defensive line, and we became a bit more compact. And we started winning games and seeing things through. But Senior doesn't have, not even necessarily just like the tactical nous at the top level. He doesn't have the temperament and experience because he's never been around here, even as a player. Maresca, this guy played for Juve. He's been around winners. This guy won a Europa League at Sevilla, I think. This guy was at City under Pep. He knows what winning is about. He knows what the big pressure is about. So even though he lacks the experience, he's at least been around it and understands what it takes.
Yeah. And that's, I think,
Liam's not won anything as a player.
I think that's the big difference maker, right? Which is like, I think what Liam is lacking right now is adaptability. I think it's one, failure to do your homework on the team, right? You should know all these issues and all these deficiencies in the team. You should figure this out within the first month. We're now in March. No, not even April. We're now in April, and he's still figuring this shit out. You should have figured it out in that month of January. You should have learned it all, got it all out of your system, watch the tape, look at the phases of Maresca and how he got to where he got to. You have a whole team and staff that can help you understand it quicker, just so you can get to the solution quicker. Survive this season and then implement your system in the preseason. What you're trying to do is implement your system now in the middle of the season when you have no training days. And it's all like inexperienced this, inexperienced that. And it shows. I think the manager, I think there's a good head on his shoulders. I think he has good football in him, but it's not translating now because he's being stubborn. He wants to play his way in the middle of a season where you can't do it right now because there's no time. So yeah, the players are confused. That's why you have Cucurella saying like, yeah, the change of the manager didn't help us. We're trying to learn a new. Malo Gusto came out and said it, actually. We're trying to learn a new system in the middle of the season, and it's just like, yeah, no fucking wonder that you guys are underperforming.
But didn't the same guy say he's not going to change much and he's going to play the same way?
I mean,
Can it be
Rosinier's? Probably.
Yes.
Probably. This guy's arrogant. Remember he came in an interview and said he thinks he's what did he say? I think he said he thinks he's one of the greatest in the world. Like he's good at what he does and shit. Like he's arrogant. He's definitely arrogant as fuck. So I could see a world where he definitely thinks his ideas are going to work eventually.
And it's all great talking like, bro. When this guy was talking about we have a world-class squad and stuff, and people were telling me, oh, he has to say that for PR. Well, fine, but when it doesn't work out, can I not criticize him? This guy's a big failure. So Sriracha said above, we had Pep's assistant and complained about him ended up with Wayne Rooney's assistant. Yeah, exactly.
Ha! Ha!
Everyone
That's
talks
fair
about
point,
how much.
actually.
Everyone talks about how much Wayne Rooney failed at Derby. Yes, and his
Yeah.
assistant was Liam Rosenior.
I think
No one wants to bet with that,
he's
though.
been. See, the club came out with their press releases that he has not had enough time to adapt his system or implement his system. Gusto said that. Cucurella said that. Enzo said, "Fuck all. I don't care. I mean, this is all nonsense." And I think it is Rosinia. It's coming from Rosinia. He's telling them on training pitch, "Oh, I couldn't teach you. I don't have enough time. You should have done like this." Like, if he's going around like that, brother, you've lost the squad. I mean, if you are making any excuses like that, he should be saying, "No, we will do that. No, we will do that. This is how it is done." That's a real leader. But if he's giving excuses there, because everybody is repeating these things, he has not had this time, he has not. Is it originating from him? If he's giving excuses, he's lost everybody there. And that's why players want to leave. And if Palmer also leaves, this will be damning for this. They better fire all these directors and all that stuff.
Building off of what JC is saying, and Bolinho, I definitely want to get your thoughts. TA, to answer your question here, it's that exact thing that JC is talking about. If you're going into training saying, "Hey, I can't teach this because I don't have time. I can't do this because I have to prepare for this game," and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think when Maresca left, I don't think these players immediately said, "Fuck this, I'm gone." Maybe some of them expressed, anger because obviously, you have some players that are more favorites with other, coaches like Jackson with Pochettino and so on and so forth, right? You have that. So you're probably frustration from that. But like, I don't think the players immediately said, "Enzo Maresca leaves, I'm not listening anymore." I'm sure they gave Rosenior the time of day. And to be fair, we were winning games in the beginning of Rosenior's tenure here. Right? So like they had all the reason to like listen to him and understand him. But I just think that they kind of lost respect for him because it's like, hey, you don't know how to teach a formation in the middle of this? Like, we already had a system, you can't adapt.
Those games we won were because of a purple patch.
Yeah, of course.
And also, the respect that they would have lost would be after dropping a goalkeeper. That was one of the reasons why we won the Club World Cup against a PSG team that we had just smoked 3-0. Dropping him and then losing the game. Losing the game 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this stuff about like you were saying something about the respect for the previous manager and not respecting this guy. That same PR stuff was said about when Poch left too.
True.
That guys are sad about Poch leaving, and people are worried about whether they'll respect Maresca.
Yeah.
So Maresca earned their trust and respect. He's actually good.
Yeah.
This guy isn't.
Yeah. Willinho Jr., what's going on, brother? How are you? Oh, wow. As soon as I call his name, he leaves. That's wild. That is what it is. But yeah, people, if you want to call in, the link to the call-in show is pinned to the bottom or the top. Come in, have your say, join in on the discussion. But yeah, I just think Liam can't just be rude and demand stuff from player while needing a lot of efforts for his style of play. His style is very demanding fitness-wise, and sadly the squad lacks a lot of it. I mean, this is coming at the end of the season too, right? When players are already fatigued from a long season. This is the first international break we've had since November. So playing nonstop football, November, December, January, February, March, almost 5 months of nonstop football. Yeah, they're going to get tired. Tired legs aren't going to respond like fresh legs. It's going to be hard to recover in such a quick turnaround time. Bless you. So, yeah, it's a lot, and Liam is asking him to do a lot at this time of the season, which isn't obviously is a recipe for disaster. I do think if Liam does survive, hopefully he gets that preseason to fix up on some stuff, because the way I'm seeing Rosenior football versus what I saw at Strasbourg, I know Strasbourg wasn't the best defensively, but they weren't this wide open either. Like, our no offense to Strasbourg defenders, our defenders and our midfield are way better than what Strasbourg currently have, or what Strasbourg had earlier this season. Yet PSG drew against that same Strasbourg team earlier in the season, but against us, they just completely opened us wide. So I think there's a bit of like system hasn't been implemented yet, so that we can, kind of lessen the amount of goals we concede. Because right now we're conceding at a Pochettino rate. I think it's ridiculous. And you're probably right, Serginho. He's probably not done anything. And to me, I probably put up a good point. To me, it seems like you're kind of making excuses. So, yeah, I don't know. With the whole Enzo, actually, CP, what do you think about the whole Enzo situation in the comments that he's been saying? Forgot to ask you that. If you're there, I don't know if CP's here. CP may have stepped away. Well,
you didn't ask me.
Well, you told me about the Enzo thing. What did you think about the Cucurella one?
Well, I don't think what Cucurella said is necessarily that deep. Because it makes sense that he would eventually want to go back to Spain and, like, in his latter stages and retire and stuff. That's not necessarily that deep. I'll be real. Even to be fair, kind of what Enzo said too is like Chelsea fans crashing out about this, but Eden Hazard, every international break was twerking for Real Madrid when he was at Chelsea. So yeah, like it's not necessarily, I guess, that deep. The only problem is that if Enzo and Cucurella are both sold in the summer, I'm not going to be surprised or shocked.
No, I won't be surprised either. I'm almost expecting it, to be honest.
Yeah, because as much as I crash on Enzo and stuff like that, I'm not as big a fan. I also know that he brings, we're a team that actually lacks goals from our forwards, and he actually scores goals for us. So if he leaves, we're not going to replace the goal output.
You're probably right. What I would miss most from Enzo is probably the passing ability. I think he's one of the few players in our team that can actually, do a quick transitional pass or find those creative pockets. I mean, Cole could do it too, but I don't expect Cole to be playing like an 8 position or a deep lying position from time to time. But the box crashing, the goals, yeah, you're not wrong.
And I don't like Enzo box crashing, by the way. I don't like him doing that.
Me neither.
We don't get goals from anywhere else consistently. So
I don't know. Like, I'm so bleh about Enzo staying or going. Like, I don't really care if he stays. I don't really care if he goes. Like, I just don't think he's. I don't want to say I just don't think he's meant for the Prem. I think there is a good player there. In another league, he probably does a lot better. In the Premier League, he's top class at best. In another league, he could be a world-class player. I just don't think it's going to be at Chelsea. So, again, I'm not surprised he wants to leave. I didn't expect him to really stay. I always had that lingering thought in the back of my head that, oh, you move this way for Benfica, what's to stop you from doing the same thing for Chelsea? Start tapping the badge and saying, oh, I'm going to stay, I'm not going anywhere. And then all of a sudden you jump ship as soon as Real Madrid come calling. Now, to be fair, the owners kind of did you a favor by running the club so badly. People actually sympathize with you and say, you know what, Enzo, if you want to go out there and win trophies and be ambitious, by all means, be my guest. I understand. This club suck. But, if we were running well, if operations were going well and he was doing all this bullshit, people would feel some different type of way about it.
For me, I will miss, what I will miss most about Enzo is his reading of spaces, team shape, positioning, and reading of the game. You put 3 Enzos together, 3 players of IQ or the level of Enzo, 3, 4, they will read the game themselves. They will break down teams. They will do everything. You don't even need a manager to be telling them what to do there. But if you circle him with Garnacho, Gittins, Dilap,
Yep.
I mean, it's useless. Like you're. That's the problem.
only
You see that Real Madrid team under Zidane. They themselves broke down opponents. They were so good with the ball, movements, positioning, spaces. Enzo can read that. Palmer can do that. But then you have Caicedo, who's been put in a box. Like the role of Caicedo is to break down play and and progress the ball, like in moving from the back and catch that first pass from Sanchez or whoever it is. Brother, Caicedo also reads the game well. Give them freedom to work together with that. So it is rigid structures and not enough good quality players. You have 3 Enzos around Palmer and all that stuff. The team will be monster.
What were you gonna say, CP?
No, I'm just like, I'm sorry, when you have a forward line of bums, what are you gonna do? Like, if he goes to Madrid, first of all, he's gonna get more plaudits, because I do agree in terms of less intensity for the league, and he's gonna have a front line of the stupidest things ever. He's gonna have Vinny, Mbappe, and Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Bro, the one thing that Real Madrid, that midfield lacks is what Enzo brings. They don't have a tempo controller.
Yeah.
Imagine an Enzo that has had, what was it, 3.5 years in the Prem to adapt to physicality and intensity, going to a slower league, being protected in midfield by Tchouaméni and Camavinga.
Yeah.
And Valverde.
Yeah.
All you have Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo.
Yeah, and don't worry, they already got their next cam coming in, because Nico Paz is coming back from loan and he's having the stupidest season for Como.
Yeah, man.
So their backup is basically gonna be a version of Isco coming back to their club. So why wouldn't I want to? It's Real Madrid, first of all. Second of all, they have the stupidest forward lineup anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Real Madrid they're gonna use Enzo the way I want us to use him. Fuck, man.
How does
There's also
like
PSG
Argentina is pretty different type of team. Yeah, they are physical. They probably, like against Netherlands in that same final they struggled, but they still managed to find a win.
Yeah.
But
doesn't Enzo play well again in Argentinian team? He balls out there.
He does. They play him in midfield with what's his name, DePaul.
DePaul, yeah.
DePaul, who's a road runner.
Well,
Yeah, they're gonna have that with Valverde anyways, and Valverde is amazing at
Valverde?
everything. Yeah, if they
Oh,
want,
you're talking about Real Madrid.
yeah,
okay.
if you need him to be a road runner, even Camavinga can be a road
Yeah.
runner if you need him to.
Oh,
You already got to give it in too many. And if let's be honest, if Real Madrid want to be Real Madrid, I don't know how much longer Rodri's contract is, because he's also twerking for Real Madrid like crazy. That's why the City fans are pissed at him.
Yeah, but they denied it already.
Huh?
They already denied that he's going to sign there.
You can say, yeah, they can deny all they want.
Madrid
He's
outlets denied it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but if
he wants
Enzo
to- if he
goes,
wants to
let
go-
him go.
yeah,
Let him
They'll
go,
let
but at least build a team, man. These directors, they are not building a team. They are looking at their statistics and bringing in some individuals. Build a team,
I
man.
think,
Build
I
a
think
team.
though, I'll bet you what they're gonna do though. If we're gonna lose him though, I'm telling you right now, I already know the midfield signing for him. It's gonna be Adam Ward right now.
Either Wharton or
Chelsea.
Elliot Anderson. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love Wharton, but we're not gonna.
no, we're gonna put in that money that we got.
Falls
on
under the
Enzo,
model.
because no, it's not even that. He fits the age profile. This fan base is so pissed that like they're gonna be like, hey, we do still quote unquote spend big money, so they're gonna slap 80 million on Adam Warren. We're gonna pay it, and there you go. So then we're gonna get Warren, which some of this fan base likes or doesn't like, depending on. He's gonna fit the age profile, and he's gonna be the big money signing, quote unquote. So silence his fan base.
Do you not think the big money signing will be Morgan Rodgers?
I hope not.
It's either one of those. I think it's Warner or Rogers. It's going to depend on who's going to be easier to get.
I think it's going to be because look at Anderson, Wharton. They're going to be like big money midfielders on a move, as will Tonali and Bruno G. I think the price for Anderson will be, or the price for Wharton will be too much. We'll be linked to him though. I agree with you, but we're gonna if we get top 5 and Villa don't get top 5, don't win Europa, then I think we will get Morgan Rogers because Villa don't. They also have like money troubles or something.
Yep.
Yeah,
FFP
that'll be-
issues.
and
yeah.
Chelsea fans will get gas. Be like, see, you signed Palmer's friend. We're gonna be good, guys.
Nah, I'm not convinced by that one. But that's what I mean, though, CP. Like, if by some sheer miracle they actually happen to get like the right signings, we could
You know how
still
many
like
times we have
make
to
the
hit
most
on
of
the
this
right?
team.
But you know how many times we have to first hit on these right signings, then we have to hit on a manager who can play them correctly, then and
That's
have a
another big
system
issue
for that,
sure. Yeah.
and then at the same time have the right signings that are backups for them.
I have a question. If
Yeah.
we lose Kukurea, which is likely we will lose also, we lose Enzo, Palmer suddenly says I'm homesick and goes. I think Estevao, how much Barcelona is coming in for him? Like, can Barcelona table 200 million?
I don't think
Why would
Damn,
Barcelona's
that
not going to go in for him when Yamal's playing the same position as him?
they won't go. They won't go in for him. It'll be Real Madrid.
Yeah.
He loves Barcelona, huh?
Because of
Estevao
Neymar,
loves-
but why would he move there when Yamal's playing the same position as him?
Yeah, it'll be
that's
like Real Madrid or like
Real Madrid
PSG.
would probably be the right play for him because then they will
Yeah.
sell like Rodrigo, and then he's going to be their new Brazilian right wing signing. He's going to be perfect.
because
anyways.
the 3 players right now, Enzo, Kukurea, and Palmer, if they 3 leave, I feel sad for Estevao. Like, he will be the only one carrying the whole burden.
The
I don't
track-
think
the
Palmer's
job
gonna
window.
leave. I don't think Palmer's leaving.
I don't
anytime
think
soon.
if I'll be honest, if we lose all 3 in this one window, I think that's the one thing that might unite this fan base so much so that we might actually do something with our lives.
If we lose all 3, I
This
could
window.
see a world where the directors get sacked. But there's
Brother,
no
at that
way.
time, I think
no,
they
no,
will
no,
Unless you
no,
actually
no.
make your money's worth of it,
No,
worth it,
not
I
right
think
away.
that
Not,
they could.
no, not
That
right
would
away.
dismantle the
pitch
project
invasion.
completely.
But it won't happen right away. It won't happen right away.
Maybe it won't
because-
happen right away, but that
because-
would totally rip apart the project.
No, because what's going to happen is they're going to get the go ahead from the ownership if all 3
Yeah.
leave. So that means the ownership is fine with what the directors were doing. The only time that we're going to get backlash is if we're falling down the table and then everyone's so pissed that we let go of these 3 that they're like, oh, yeah, we didn't tell them to do. They'll put some bullshit narrative like we didn't tell them to do this way or whatever. And then, yeah.
Maybe. I think there's too much money to be lost if you sell all 3. Because yes, if you look at it just from the straightforward point of like, you sell player, you make money, boom. But you're not just selling the player to make money. You're also selling the marketing that Palmer brings in. Palmer rakes in a lot of marketing. Palmer sells a lot of kits. Like, listen, that Chelsea mega store, that shit cranks out money. Cranks out money.
We
But
know.
also, but just like this ownership thinks, oh well, Maresca, we made you. We can make another nobody manager. Why can't they do the same with Palmer? He was
They're
Palmer.
thinking that, they'll think that too. Yep. I'm telling you, they'll think that too.
Why can't they think the same thing with Palmer?
No, actually, they're gonna say the proof is in the pudding. Esteval. Hey guys, remember when we bought Esteval when he was 16, and you guys are like, "Why
Yeah.
the fuck are you buying another 16-year-old kid?" And now everyone in this fan base loves him. Hey man, we did that.
They're gonna do the same. They're
And
gonna
be like,
say
"Hey, we have another guy, the Portuguese version of Esteval. He was Quenda."
because they have, bro. It's in the pudding. Look at, for example, they'll say the same thing about João Pedro. Oh, look at him. Nobody at Brighton. Now he's Brazil's #1 striker.
Yeah.
Sanchez.
Like no one said he was score.
Brighton.
He's only scored
Now
5
he's one of the
play goals.
goalkeeper. They have so much quote unquote proof in the pudding to keep. That's why I keep telling people they have no reason to change because according to them, this model works. They've got
Prime
evidence. to show it works.
CP, I will be now realistic, just like Marshall used to pour this water. Realistic. Out of these 3, There is a 85% chance that Enzo is leaving. There's a 85% chance Kukurea is being sacked. So now we are left with Palmer, and there is a 30% chance Palmer will ask to leave. It's not that mad.
Yep.
This is the one thing I'll say that I know people were saying, because I understand that this summer window, we're not going to get all the signings right. We'll be lucky if we can get more than one signing right. And I'm hoping we're lucky, right? But chances are you're not going to get all the signings right. So that means you have to go through another window. By the time you get to that window, other players that you need for the project might want to leave. So it's like fighting against yourself, right? But the good thing I'll say is that at least most of these players are signed to long-term contracts. So it buys these directors time to actually fix, if they're competent enough, fix some of these issues. And
But now,
the thing is,
why are you doing this? You're doing the same thing that people at Lewis's stream were doing when the fan base wanted to sack Maresca. They're like, if we sack Maresca, that means the ownership will have to fire these sporting directors because they got the two previous managers. And what happened?
I never said that.
Let me pour a little bit more cold water.
I'm saying the
Marshall,
hopium that you're coming with, that these people will be competent, is the same logic that Lewis.
Okay, but it's not hopium either. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying this is a possibility.
No, it's
Marshall,
not.
could
It's
happen,
not a
like-
possibility because it hasn't happened yet.
CP Marshall, let me bring another glass of cold water of realism. This project, the moment Enzo came out, which was their marquee signing, Kukurea crashed on them. Palmer and rumors are coming. This project is finished. They are just putting in the nail in the coffin of it. This project is dead now. You cannot be continuing to market this when your three top players are like that. This project is dead now.
Hold on. You see, this is
They
where we
have to
get
change.
to.
They
No, hold
have
on,
to
JC.
change.
JC, hold on.
It will change.
I agree, but hold on. CP, this is what I'm talking about. This is now the complete other extreme, right? Where, like you say, I'm feeding hopium, and then JC is just completely pure negative and saying this project is dead. When we just sat here and all of us said we're all competent enough that if we took over the director job for Chelsea right now, we can get 2 or 3 signings that can actually get us to challenge next season, which is not too unrealistic.
No, we can't.
No, that's right. Marshall, wait, hold on, CP. Marshall.
Yeah.
Do you remember like 15 minutes ago when I said that we are like 5-6 years away from becoming Spurs, and you agreed with me?
Yeah, I agree that's a possibility.
So
for
this
sure.
project is dead.
Yeah, this project is
Well,
he's
okay.
right.
Hold on. The thing is, yes, that could happen, right? And especially if, let's say, for example, this summer, Rosinha gets sacked. We bring in some nobody. He also fails. It gets to the point where Chelsea is so volatile, people don't want to come. Wait, let me just land, CP, because there's no way for you to understand my point if I can't get it all out. So if you want to head to the direction where Tottenham are, it just gets to the point where Chelsea are so volatile that no one wants to pick up this job. You're going to have to give it to some amateur person, Callum. You give it to Callum, the guy who's not even ready for this job, doesn't even have his proper licensing, right? Because no one wants to take this job. Then at that point, I think we do start going towards mediocrity and Spurs. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Hold on. So you say no one wants to take this job.
No
The
one wants to take this job right
Well, if it gets worse, yeah.
The same way Enrique, now good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're already here. No one wants to take the job.
Marshall, let me put it this way. You're not,
suitors.
Marshall, I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
You're saying the possibility, but the possibility of the positive stuff you're saying, is that probable? So let's not talk about what's possible, because anything's possible.
It's
possible.
less probable, yeah. I agree with that.
Marshall, I'll
But
tell
the
you
point,
one thing.
the point
Very
of me,
funny.
wait, real quick, JC. The only reason I bring it up, people, is because I don't want people to just think it's all just doom and gloom. They could actually rectify this if they decide. Okay, you know what? Because I'm not saying this is what's giving me hope, but I'm hearing rumblings that apparently, they want to tweak the model. Again, I will believe it when I see it, CP. I already know you're laughing. I will believe it when I see it. So if that little strain of truth is actually true and they actually do change this, we could recover the model. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, Marshall,
guys.
right? I hear what you're saying, Marshall. However, all that little like hope or belief, everything you just said, I had that hope last summer after we won the Club World Cup. I had the hope of, listen, you sign me at least one top center back or one top striker or one top left winger or one top goal. So one of these 4 positions you sign me and we can push to challenge. That's all I wanted. I didn't want to win the league. I just wanted to push.
Prime.
And we didn't do it. We made our squad worse. We made the squad worse.
Yeah, I agree.
And we didn't have a good squad last year. And we somehow
It's
made
still
it worse.
fixable, though. It's just all I'm saying.
No,
Is it going to happen? I don't think
but-
so.
But it,
Just a possibility.
it's fixable, but they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I
No,
don't think they're
can
going to do it.
I really wanted to come in because what I tried to explain, you got most of it, but a little bit which you're not getting, I want to put it there.
Sure.
There is no looking back. A lot of water has flown. 3 of the top players have revolted. So that means you cannot fix it by adding 3-4 players because your foundation is gone.
Are you counting
It's
Palmer?
like, it's like, I do
don't
not
know
know,
if
but
Palmer
like,
has
there
revolted,
is a
but
feeling.
sure.
Okay, 2, but those 2 are also like really the
big
leaders.
personalities, yes.
I'll give you another, Marshall, a funny example so that you get the point, for you to personally get the point. Casually FC is a fantastic channel, a lot of discussions, all sides of discussion. The model is working. We are gradually going towards 5,000. But then 3 of
Round
your
envelopes are coming in.
two of your key players on the stream right now, Prime and CP, say, Marshall, you are ass. You do not know what you are doing there.
Agreed.
You will be shaken right now. I mean, this stream has to work. You will change.
Agreed.
You will have to change. So your project
have
will
to.
have to change now. That means
I'll
the
have to
project
adapt
is
like my
dead.
gaffer. I'll have to adapt like this guy.
I agree. Marshall's ass. I agree.
I don't want to leave, but I do agree he's ass. I agree with his
So the project as it is dead.
Yeah.
Listen, Minerals FC is offering me a job, bro.
Oh my
No, but
God.
Marshall, this is what I mean.
There's a kind of weak, bro.
First of all, no top manager wants to sign for us,
Sure.
right? We can agree on that, correct?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that way, and the project is also dead because if you remember the initial timeline with these sporting directors, next season was when we're supposed to go for the title. If you remember
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Right?
of course I do.
That was the actual project
It's not
timeline,
happening, bro.
right? No, but if you remember the project timeline, next season, so the project is dead. Because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
project timeline was we're supposed to go challenge for the league because these players were supposed to grow together. No matter what the manager was, we're supposed to sign these amazing players with amazing depth, which hasn't happened.
But is the project
So
the
the project is dead.
is the project the team you build, or is the project the accolades you get along the way and hitting your targets?
You had foundations there. The
So
foundations have been
gonna hit your
shaken,
target.
gone.
So you're not going to hit your target this season because this was supposed to be the challenge year, and you're not because of that. Because we're not hitting our target this season, we're not hitting our target next season. In terms of
I also feel. I mean, I think JC's onto something. If Enzo and Cucurella were to leave, it does kind of force the ownership's hands to try to do something to replace that gap. And now you can say this is hopium, okay? I hope that it's actually competent players and not just like an Elliot Anderson or a Wharton, right? And you get me like an experienced left back, or you give me something decent at left back and not Hato. I don't know what to expect with that one. It could be just we leave it as is, or it's youngsters that come in, but it could force a change to the project or a change in the approach of the window, because those are big players you're missing. And I would love to believe that these guys aren't that incompetent that they're going to replace big players, right? Big players I'm not talking like Sancho or whatever with like Garnacho. Like I think Sancho was a big player for us, but Enzo was pivotal to the project at one point. You're not gonna replace him with an 18-year-old. Surely you're not that stupid. Surely you're not that stupid.
I hope they do and realize they are dead men walking. At least they can see that.
Enzo is a key player though. Like you can't deny it. Like he plays every game.
Yeah, he's a key player.
That's a key
No, no,
player.
but
He plays every game.
In the context of the project, Enzo was the first one, and everything was supposed
He
to
was
be
the
built
face of
around
the
him.
project for the longest time. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I mean, they said the project they will build the team around Enzo. That project is dead now.
Okay.
He
When you
himself
say it
put
that
a
way, I
nail
can
in
see
that coffin.
Yeah. I think he's gone. Like, and I think it's gonna be really stupid if he doesn't leave in the summer. And after
And
doing
I
all
will
this
thank
twerking.
him. I will thank him to go in this way. At least bloody show these incompetent bastards that they are idiots.
Yes. Yes. Coco, I'm really curious how where this idea came from.
Hey,
Oh, I get it. Coco, I understand. Coco, I understand. The way he sugarcoats shit.
I guess
get it,
yeah,
get
I
it.
guess because I
get it,
sugar
Coco.
like
Coco,
hey listen,
I appreciate that, Coco.
he had great heart, he had a great kidney,
yeah.
great shape,
Yeah, Coco,
but you know, we can look past the heart failure. We can look
Exactly.
past the heart failure. We can look at all the look at all the other positive things.
yeah,
Sure.
man. And listen, I know he died, but on the bright side, you can always make another kid. Like,
Yeah. That's. I guess that makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess so.
man,
It's always possible he could come back, but right now he's in a coma. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, it's. I think this week, it's.
Beautiful.
I feel like the whole season we've kind of not had much of a tease as to what we're gonna be doing in the summer. Like, I feel like last year, right? We knew we were linked to Garnacho. We knew we were linked to Gittins. We knew we were interested in the lap. Like all these things. The only one I've really heard and it's been quiet was Elliot Anderson Wharton. That's really it. So I think this coming out with Enzo and Cucurella maybe it paints a little bit more of a picture of what's going to happen this summer. Like I hope this summer's a busy one, to be honest.
Yeah, it's gonna be busy getting all those Strasbourg players, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to sell a bunch of players.
We're gonna get that Valentino Barco kid. There's your Enzo replacement. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry.
Look into Dave Follows. He came in November, and hopefully he gets more say. Yeah, someone asked me already, who would I bring in as a director if I were to get rid of these directors? I'm going to be honest with you. I would consider Luis Campos, obviously. Michael Edwards, I'm not entirely sure on that one, to be honest. I would try Dave Follows. I think just strip it down to just one director, and let's see what Dave Follows has. And if he
Can we bring that
do a
guy
job-
like who built our academy? Remember with
Neil
the
Bath?
no the guy who had the statement. Yes, the palpable discord
He's
guy.
not going. He's heading
Emanalo.
He's heading Saudi.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
built the academy.
Oh yeah, he's
the
in
one-
the PAF right now.
He's
the one
he's
that
the one
found,
who-
the
he's
one
head
that
of-
found Lukaku, Courtois, De Bruyne.
He was the one who built $1 billion academy. He was a smart ass. Man.
He's not going to leave Saudi. He's basically like the head scout for the entire Saudi league and helps players move there.
It's a big position. Yeah.
Yeah, he's done that position for 2 years now. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, man. Then find another guy like him
Yeah.
and fire all these guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, who are they gonna hire? That's the other very scary part. It's like, please, because that's the thing too. Like, it doesn't help that the model, right, is so strict and there's no little leniency in terms of like you have to get players under 24. They have to agree to this much of a wage. They have to be under this amount of money, so on and so forth. and they have to be able to be flip profitable in 2-3 seasons time. Like all these little criteria you gotta hit. Like, fuck, dude, it makes it hard to do your job. As much as like these guys are probably incompetent as well. But bring in Luis Campos, give him full control, or Dave Follows and let him just work just one director, and let's see what we can do. Because I think it's one director, one vision. You know, work with the coach or the manager, build a team together, like properly build a team.
I bring back Lavelle, personally.
No,
don't
I'm not
know how
gonna
I feel
trust
about
the Leipzig
Lavelle.
model. No, thank you. I'm not gonna die.
What,
No,
you
because
don't want- you
Vavell
don't want-
wanted Vavell kind of ruined it for me when he brought in Nkunku and Nkunku flopped. Because I believe he was the one that wanted Nkunku.
Yeah, he
Wait,
brought
Marshall, did you not back in Kunku?
I wanted Nkunku to do well, but it took. I mean, it didn't take too long for me to flip on Nkunku.
Really? Okay, my bad. Maybe
Yeah.
someone else.
Yeah, no, I think Nkunku stinks now. Sucks.
No, I agree. I feel like everyone agrees that it should be one vision, but these
Yeah.
idiots aren't going to do that. And
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
so much. You know what Chelsea reminds me of right now? The Italian FA, because they're corrupt just like we are. We're corrupt too. We have
like
we
every
are
FA,
corrupt
really.
in a sense of fuck. Who's the Man City guy that we got again?
Joe Shields.
Thank you. He's getting all his buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Italian FA, we're also falling, just like Italy started falling after Chiellini and Barzagli from 2017. We're falling too, and just like when they won the Euros in 2021, we won a fucking Club World Cup. We're literally Italy. We're falling.
R.I.P. Italy.
No, because the management of
R.I.P.
Italy's
Italy.
past, no one wants to leave that position. The fucking president yesterday, after not qualifying for the third World Cup in a row, was like, "I'm not leaving, and I want Gattuso to still be the manager." Are you fucking stupid?
Yikes.
That's exactly what it sounds like with Chelsea. We're not qualifying. We're not going to qualify for Champions League, and the sporting directors are going to stay.
I think their talent pool stinks too. They've not been doing a good job of developing Italian players. I'll be so real.
Yeah, because fucking Baggio
Corruption.
yes, because you know Baggio wrote a 900-page
Yeah, I heard about that
report
today.
in 2011, and they're just like, yeah, you can fuck right off.
Wait, Baggio did what?
So what happened was when Italy had a shit 2010 World Cup, right? They got grouped basically. Baggio wrote a 900-page report on how to change Italian football, especially bringing in technicians, being less honed on tactical approach. You know how to adapt to this new world. He made a 900-page report, brought it to the to the Italian Federation, and they're just basically like, you can fuck right off.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they can hold that because it's been a
So-
decade now.
And that's why the
No,
story's been
20 years.
I heard about
now.
the story. I heard about the
Oh,
story.
no, it's a decade.
I heard about the story the first time they didn't make the World Cup. Now I like how the story resurfaces every time they don't make the World Cup, and these idiots fucking still don't do anything about it. Dude.
Hey, it sounds like England. It sounds like
Dude,
Nigeria.
people are
actually.
reaching
It
finals,
sounds like-
dude. These men can't reach a World Cup,
Yeah,
sounds
totally
like
different.
sounds like
Dude.
it sounds like Nigeria. It's crazy.
dude. Peru have the same odds of reaching a World Cup that Italy do right now. What the fuck is going
Hey,
on
man.
with this world? Man?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the sad part. We
Hey,
have
Italy,
people who
you can
won
sit in the
4 World
same
Cups.
bench as I am.
We have people who won 4 World Cups,
What are you saying?
second most in
Wait.
history, being the same as Peru.
What I'm saying,
you
Prime,
saying?
is Peru is just as good as Italy.
Peru is the same as
At
Italy.
this point,
Crazy.
yeah, because Bosnia fucking destroyed.
Marshall just said, "Let's." To quote Gal, let's forget about World Cups, man. Let's do a combined 11.
Let's
No, but
set
that's
up.
what I'm saying. Like, what I was like,
let's
this
set up
reminds me of
you know.
Chelsea from the top down, incompetent, corrupt, and the talent pool looks like ass.
Yeah, I can't lie, bro. I can't lie. These Italians are nowhere near as talented as previous Italian generations. It's dark. It's dark for Italy. Can't
Like
lie.
even compared to 2021, they had Verratti and Jorginho with Barella. All
exactly.
they have is Barella now and fucking Fratesi. Who the fuck is a Fratesi, man? He's always been asked.
Bro, DeMarco might be their best player. Can't even lie.
Yeah,
Besides Donnarumma, yeah.
and he's a wing back.
Yeah.
I know. That's the sad part.
Dude,
he's
Bastoni. Hey, shout out to Bastoni going to Barcelona though. By the way, shout out to Bastoni, man.
Bro, that guy's been shit too.
Yeah, I know
another
he's
one.
moving to Barca. That man's not returning to this country in the summer. I'm just letting you know he's going to Barca.
Yeah, no, he's Bastoni's quality, bro. He's gone.
He's
That,
going to
that,
Barca.
that, that high line of flick, yeah.
Yeah, that passing. He's gonna freaking go there. I'm telling you right now.
Bro, he's gonna go from a low block to a high line, the highest of high lines.
Hey, does he want to? Who cares about what line he has to play? He wants to be alive at this point. Okay, if you saw what happened during that game, this man is worried about his living.
Oh, the ultras attacked the Italian players.
Brother, no, dude, every Inter player flopped. Esposito fucking skied it to the moon. Fratesi was ass, and fucking Bastoni got the red.
True.
And Barella was shit that game too. Every Inter player that plays for the Italian national team literally had the worst performance humanly possible.
What if Maresca actually takes over the Italy job and just brings him back to glory?
Oh, another parallel to
He's going to City.
No, Prime. Thank you. Actually, Marshall. Another parallel of Chelsea and Italy. They can't even fucking get their own good managers. They've fucking Ancelotti is managing Brazil and Inzaghi is in Saudi. So they had to go for Gattuso because no one wanted the job. Which is
Oh my
basically
god, Ancelotti's Italian and he's a Brazil manager. Oh my god.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
forget.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, you got fucking Inzaghi who won 2 Serie A's and went to 2 fucking Champions League finals, literally rejecting the Italian job to fucking manage Saudi. So that's why
Yeah.
no one
You can't
wanted.
even get back.
But
Can't even bring
You have
back,
Allegri sweeping
no.
floors.
Yeah,
in Italy.
Allegri's like, I'd rather do AC Milan than fucking manage this Italian
no,
national
They
team.
can't even bring back what's his name? Can't even bring back Conte.
No, because Conte rejected them.
No.
Every
I don't
good
even
Italian
think
manager.
CP. I'll be real. Like I
I've
don't think any
rejected them.
manager, maybe Don Carlo, but I don't think any manager can go into that Italian team and get them. To
No,
do
Conte
any better.
can. Conte can.
Conte
Dude,
can.
Conte league format. He'll at least make you qualify for a World Cup. He'll make you qualify.
Okay, yeah. I mean, then in that case, like Don Carlo can probably get you to qualify for a World Cup.
Yeah.
Right, but like I don't think this version of Italy will even make it out of the group stage if they even got to the World Cup. I just don't think the player talent is there. Like, yes, they have good players, but like the player caliber that like look at Italy compared to Portugal, Belgium, France. Oh, not Belgium. I'm sorry. France, England, Spain. They don't stand a chance.
No, but Portugal aren't good, bro.
But they still have good players
Portugal are
there.
way better. Trust me, Portugal are way better.
Bro, I saw Portugal firsthand against Ireland. They're not as good as what people think. They're not.
No, they're not.
No, but
and that's
they're-
mostly on the
no,
manager.
no,
But
no,
they have the
No,
pool of
by the
players.
way, with
You don't
Portugal,
understand.
it's not
Italy are
even,
shit.
it's not even with Portugal. It's not even just the Ronaldo thing. Even without Ronaldo, they're not special. They're not good.
No, they're worse without Ronaldo. Have you seen how shit their strike?
I know that's my point.
Listen,
I'm making.
I put that mostly on
Even
Roberto
without Ronaldo.
Martinez. But Prime, what I'm trying to get at is like
Yeah.
Italy's best player
But
right
he's saying
now
player for
is
player,
probably
though, I get it.
Donnarumma.
Yeah, because if you think, no, I
Listen,
know.
listen.
Oh,
Potter
but-
got
but-
Sweden
but-
qualified.
But
Potter
better-
got Sweden
no,
qualified.
a better
Gattuso is not
manager-
looking very
With
well.
a better manager, you can get more from Italy, for example, for one. And two, I don't think like football fans realize the qualification phase in Europe is a lot easier than it is in South America or Africa.
This is true.
Yeah, because
Especially, when, you're,
Sweden
especially
was-
when you're Italy. Italy will be, I don't know where they're in the coefficient, but I'm assuming they're top 20 in the world. 15.
yeah, they're
25?
13. They're 13.
Okay. So their qualification
drop
group
out.
for a World Cup should be relatively easy.
Yeah, it was, and they did.
Yeah,
shit.
it was.
So
just stink.
they should, yes, because they don't have a good manager. I know. I
It's
guess
both.
they. I'm not. I'm
No,
not
but
also
prime,
saying-
prime. Even if you go
Yeah.
player for player, even if you
Yes.
go player for player between Portugal and Italy, it's night and day. I'm telling you right now. Ruben Diaz in your defense is better than fucking Acerbi, fucking Bastoni, and whoever shit the
Ruben
Gauti.
Diaz is not better than Bastoni.
Yes, he
But
is.
that's only one player, Prime. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going
Like,
through the list. There's more. There's
player
more.
for player,
Look,
like,
João Cancelo is better than any right back that they have right now. Nuno Mendes is literally, people say, the best left back in the world. So
Mhm.
that one position is already rocked. Italy don't have a cam, and Bruno Fernandes, you can say whatever he wants, he gets GA, even for the Portuguese team. He got a backheel assist yesterday. Ronaldo is a better striker than Moise Kean. I don't care if he's 41. He's still a better striker than Moise Kean and fucking Rategi, who also plays in the Saudi league. So trust me, he's already better than them. Chiesa died. They don't have wingers. Their best
Chiesa's
player is
dead.
Barella.
Case is cooked.
They don't have
Okay,
any.
Italy, all right. Italy's World Cup qualification group included Norway, Israel, Estonia, and Moldova.
Yeah, and they finished second. Because Norway had Holland, and he decided to go God mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they only lost 2 games. So I'm assuming the 2 games they lost was against Holland. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it's the top team that qualifies, right, straight away.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
team is playoff. Okay.
Yeah, the team
So
goes
to be
to the
fair,
playoff.
to be fair, then they did their job. Yeah, fair enough.
No,
They did their
They
job.
were supposed to make it to the World Cup. They never did.
Yeah. No, but I mean, in terms of that group, they
Mm-hmm.
did their job in finishing second. Yeah, okay, fair. It's not bad.
Yeah, I guess so.
Italy
I think
are the
it's a
Spurs
combination of both.
European. Italy are the Spurs of European football. You know, I wanted to say Arsenal, but
No, you can't say Spurs. They've won 4 World Cups. You can't. No, that's offensive.
you can't. Yeah, you can't say that.
That's offensive. These people won the
Spurs-
second most in history. You can't call them Spurs.
They're
Spurs of
closer
the
to Arsenal than they are to Spurs.
Yeah,
we'll
they're
give you
Arsenal
that.
wasn't Spurs.
The Spurs of international football is England.
Italy won a Euros in 2020.
Yeah, they did. I guess you're not wrong either, Brian.
Yeah, England.
Yeah,
I've been saying this
But,
for years.
yeah.
so you're saying like
combination of
England
both,
are
though.
the Spurs of international football.
You
Yes,
know,
there you
in England with Southgate, they had their Poch era, getting to finals, challenging, not winning.
Spurs. Yeah, he is right.
Now with Tuchel, now with Tuchel, they're Jose.
Is it Jose era? Yeah, I can see
They're
it.
Jose.
They're in their banter era right now. England, they're gonna enter.
The Jose era.
Oh.
That's great.
Also, CP,
Prime,
you
you're
might
saying
know-
Tuchel
CP,
will have
hold
a
on, CP, you might know this because I saw this online. You might know this. The teams that have won the World Cup, have they all been from managers from that country?
Yes.
So-
Interesting.
So I'm expecting Tuchel to have a press conference similar to Conte had at Spurs after the World Cup.
Chico's not Conte. Chico's Jose. Chico's Jose.
Yeah, Tuchel's Jose.
Hmm.
No, it was Conte, like who said no, like there is no
Actually, no.
the DNA, no nothing, and all that stuff.
It's all about the man.
We all know who the best 2 teams in the world are, right? I mean, 3. It's Spain, Argentina, and France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Also,
Yeah.
England's-
Brazil outsiders, I would say.
I know, I'm watching the.
The fact that people have cussed Kane for years playing for England, yeah, he's their best attacker. Without Kane, their attackers are ass.
Dude, they
Ah.
lost to Japan. That was so.
Ass.
It's a friendly,
They've
though.
lost. They've lost, but I don't. But they've
They
lost to
look so bad.
Japan.
They look
They've
so
lost to Japan and Senegal.
They look so bad.
They've lost to an African and an Asian country for the first time in like years.
Yeah, but it's a
Oh, they're
friendly.
flat. So
It's
They're
a friendly
playing like
with not
shit.
your best players.
What do
your
you have
best-
some of your best? You
Wait,
don't even
wait,
think
wait,
Foden was
wait,
playing.
wait,
Palmer was
wait.
playing.
Foden, Palmer, Gordon, Morgan Rogers. What are we saying? Not your best players.
They're
Yeah.
not your best players.
Yes, you are. What do you mean Palmer and Foden literally played in the last World Cup and Euros?
The Euros, but like they're not starters. Like
Foden
Kaden
is.
Cookie-
Foden's a starter.
Foden's been shit this season. He
was also
that's
shit
what I'm
last
saying.
season.
Like World Cup final. That's not the team you're seeing at the World Cup final. It's not the best team.
Foden cannot even bench Silva, old Silva.
Marshall. Pickford's the starter for England. Konsa and Guehi are starters for England.
Who? Konza?
Yeah,
Konsa and Guehi are both starters for England. Yes.
he's right.
You look at Anderson. Anderson started in midfield. He has started the majority of games.
Yeah,
under-
Anderson is a shoe.
Anderson's
Pretty
a
much,
starter.
yeah.
He started the majority of games under Tuchel. People are saying Foden should be a starter, and Foden has
Those
been a starter,
people are very few.
and
in
Foden has
between.
also been a starter.
There's no
in
way
recent
people are
tournaments.
saying that.
People are saying Palmer should be a starter. People are saying Morgan Rogers should be a starter.
Yeah, all three players are starting the same position. What are we doing here?
Ben
They're not-
White's a starter.
No, he's not.
Ben White's not a starter, no. Well,
think he
people
is,
think
bro.
he should. No, but people are saying he should be in the England squad. Mainu, he started. People are saying that he should be starting for England. This guy started in Euros
Yeah,
final.
I've heard that one. Yeah,
Like,
people saying Mino should start.
And by the way, also it's England against Japan. With all due respect, even if you're rotating, with all due respect, why are you losing to Japan?
I mean, Japan knocked out freaking. Did they knock out or did they draw to Spain last year? I don't remember what the result was. They didn't knock out Spain, but they beat Spain, I'm pretty sure, in the group stages.
Okay, this is the same England team that people are saying that they're favored, that they can win this World Cup.
But that was the Spain
Chico-
team that people are touting highly.
No, they
I
weren't.
mean,
Not
without
that
Lamine
generation.
Yamal, it wasn't that same
pre-Yamal.
Spain team, but like
That was pre Yamal and Nico. Williams.
pre
No
Yamal.
one was touting Spain to win that Euros.
It's a friendly. That's what I'm not taking it that seriously. It's a friendly. At the end of the day, he's going to play players. He needs to figure out: are you going to be part of my plans in the World Cup? Am I going to call you up? Because he can't call up everyone. People are going to be left out. They're going to get butthurt. It might even be Bellingham. Like some people are not going to make their World Cup squad. And they're going to have to fucking deal with it. There's only so many players you can bring, so he has to try them all out. Especially Palmer. Palmer hasn't been available for most of the international breaks. This is the first international break this season or this year. He's been involved in because he was injured for
Marshall,
the
don't you want to share the link
November,
again
the
in chat?
October one. No, I'm gonna wrap it up soon.
Yeah, okay.
So like, yeah, he's trying out players. I mean, I haven't been paying attention to international football this international break.
That's the only thing that was giving me hope. Me watching.
I
Brazil
mean,
with Don
bro,
Carlos.
speak for yourself. I looked at the results from my country, both my countries, and it's like, you know what?
well,
I'm just gonna touch grass.
Never mind. Well, Canada's doing well, so you know you can hold that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Man's getting.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, hold that, bro.
speaking of internationals, Ireland, we didn't qualify.
Yeah.
So
Hold
this
that
summer.
Prime.
So
Hold
this
that.
summer is
Hey,
gonna be fully.
so we're all compared to Italy then, Prime.
this
Not
summer's
me,
gonna
not me, man. We're good.
this summer is gonna be full hatred mode for England. Full on hate mode.
Yeah. But all right, ladies and gents, we're gonna wrap it up. I hit a wall all of a sudden, and it's also 2 hours in, and I guess people are on an international break as well, not just the panel here. So big up to every single one of you guys. Smash up the like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Also, be sure to check out the memberships. There's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. And if you're at the top tier of membership, I actually send you a link to the call-in shows directly, so you don't have to wait for 20 minutes or whatever, how many minutes to get into the shows. But yeah, by all means, guys, we do this once a month, the first Wednesday usually of every month. So if you ever want to come on, have your say, talk Chelsea, talk football in general, the call-in show is definitely your way to go ahead and do so. And yeah, I always love chatting with some new faces and familiar ones as well. So if you are a member, shout outs go out to proper casual and higher tier members. That's going to go out to Lanre Sadiq, A Soliman, EE, and Adrian. Big up to you guys for your support as always. And let me see something. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. It's Cement Mixer Casual. That's the tier that gets you a direct link to the shows. So yeah, big up everyone. We're going to raid out to Don Hussam. He's still out and about doing content, so go ahead, show some love, some support over there, have a laugh. He's probably talking about some silly things while we're waiting for international duty to end. But yeah, not too long until we're back talking about Chelsea. Unfortunately, people, Saturday will be a review of the Port Vale game, so be on the lookout for that. We'll be here discussing the results, and if anything new happens, we'll be discussing news as well on Sunday in terms of Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez, Marco Corella, following up on all this stuff and giving you guys more hopium, as you like to say. So big up to every single one of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay casual as always, and
good night, guys. Pajita and sleep.
Jerk off. Oh, but he didn't sleep.
Yeah, and sleep.